welcome back to the class of data communication. Now we are going to start with the second chapter of data communication, that is transmission media. In the previous chapter we have seen some basic concepts of data communication that are going to help us throughout this chapter. So in this chapter we are basically seeing what is the transmission media and the types involved in the transmission media. So let's start with the basic definition of transmission media. Now here in this diagram you can see we are having one sender and receiver, and in between that sender and receiver there is a transmission medium. So here the definition of transmission medium states that it is a medium that can carry information from source to destination, or you can say from sender to receiver. So whenever we want to carry any kind of information or we want to send any data from sender to receiver, the most important medium is known as transmission medium. Now in data communication, the transmission medium can be a cable, that means a physical cable, or air. So the data can be transferred from sender to receiver by means of cables or through the air. Now in the next slide we are going to see the classification of transmission media. The transmission media is divided into two types. First one is known as guided media and the second one is known as unguided media. We are first discussing guided media. So the guided media is divided into three different parts, which are twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. As you can see, all these three guided media are basically the types of cables. So guided media are nothing but the cables that we are going to use for physically connecting the senders and receivers. So let's start with the first type of guided media, that is twisted pair cable. The twisted pair cables are having the structure mentioned in the presentation, which is twisted in nature. It is having insulators and conductors for connecting the wire to ground and to your source or destination. In this twisted pair cable, one wire is usually used to carry the signals to the receiver and the other one is basically used for grounding. Now, what is the purpose of having this pair twisted? Consider the scenario where if the two wires are parallel, the effect of these unwanted signals is not same in both wires because they are at different locations relative to noise or crosstalk, which results in difference at receiver. So by twisting the pairs, the balance is maintained between these things. That's why twisted pair cables are come in the form of twisting. Twisted pair cables are further divided into two types: unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. These are the diagrams of UTP and STP cables. As you can see, the unshielded twisted pair cable is having the structure in which the cable is surrounded by a plastic cover. In shielded twisted pair cable, we can see there is a plastic coating, and under the plastic coating metal shield is available, and then the wires are there. So this is the first difference between unshielded and shielded twisted pair cable. That's why the names are given as such. Now here we can see some differentiable points between the unshielded and shielded twisted pair cables, in that the basically unshielded twisted pair cables are having low data rate as compared to shielded twisted pair cable. Then the cost of unshielded twisted pair cable is less as compared to shielded twisted pair, as that cable is unshielded, so it is having less cost and less data rate. After that, the UTP is much more higher, it is much more higher to noise as compared to STP. The UTP generates more cost of as compared to STP, and it requires more maintenance than STP. So overall, the shielded twisted pair cable is the best between UTP and STP twisted pair cables. Now here you can see some advantages and disadvantages of twisted pair cables. Advantages are that the twisted pair cable is cheaper, it is less susceptible to electrical interference caused by nearby equipment, and it is likely to cause interference themselves. The disadvantages is that it is physically larger and it is more difficult to connect. Now, the next type of cable in guided media is coaxial cable. Here we can see the structure of coaxial cable. It is surrounded by lots of shields. Firstly, on the outer side there is plastic cover. Under the plastic cover it is having insulator. Under the insulator it is having outer conductor that is considered as the shield, and then between all these layers the actual wire is placed. So as compared to twisted pair cable, coaxial cable is having more security in connecting. So it is having less crosstalk and less noise as compared to twisted pair cables. Coaxial cables are generally used for connection of TV cable. Whenever we want to connect the cable connection to our TVs, we use coaxial cable. Twisted pair cables are basically used for connecting the network computers in our houses or in colleges or any other network areas. The advantages of coaxial cables is that it can support greater cable lengths between the network devices than twisted pair cable. It is having extra protective plastic cover that helps keep the moisture away. It is much more reliable and it can carry far higher data rates than twisted pair cables. The disadvantages is that it is difficult to install as it cannot bend easily, and it is more expensive than twisted pair cables. So after these two types of cables, we are moving towards the third type of cable, that is optical fiber cable. Firstly, whenever we are considering the guided media, the twisted pair cable and coaxial cables uses electrical signals for transferring the data. On the other hand, this optical fiber cable uses light signal instead of electrical signal. So here the construction of optical fiber cable is given, which is having outer jacket which is made up of plastic. In between that there is another layer of plastic cover. In between that it is having a cladding, and under that cladding it is having a glass or plastic core which is used for transferring the data. As it is uses glass between the wires to transfer the data, that's why it is uses light signal instead of electrical signal. Here we can see the working of optical fiber, how the data is sent from sender to receiver. It uses the concept of reflection of a glass. In reflection, we can see that when the reflection occurs on the surface, it reflects back on the another surface. So the optical fiber cable uses the same concept of reflection under the glass core. Here you can see there is a sender. The sender is sending the light signals through the core, which is a glass core, and receiver is receiving the signal by the rule of reflection. Above the core there is a cladding of plastic which helps protects that glass core from outer noises and crosstalk. The advantages of optical fiber cable is that it is resistance to noise. It is having huge bandwidth than any other cable. It is having higher signal carrying capacity. That's why this optical fiber cable is used for all the networks which are having the need of higher data transfer speed and higher data transfer rates. The disadvantages of optical fiber cable is that it is fragile to use. It is having more cost as compared to twisted pair cable and coaxial cable, and there is a maintenance overhead as compared to twisted pair and coaxial cable in the optical fiber cable. So to sum up, in this lecture we have seen what is a transmission medium. The transmission medium is basically a way of connecting a sender and receiver to transfer the data. It is having two types of media, guided and unguided. Guided media is used by connecting the sender and receiver by physical means, that is cable. It is having three types: twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and optical fiber cable. The twisted pair cable is divided into two types: shielded twisted pair cable and unshielded twisted pair cable. So in the next lecture we will see the wireless media used for transmitting the data from sender to receiver. Thank you.